Recently, I got some sticky finger private hands-on time with LG's brand new 2025 OLED TVs, and I guess you could use them as monitors as well, that will be coming out actually pretty shortly here now. And I do want to tell you, there's going to be some pretty massive improvements coming, especially to the G5, but today I want to focus in on the 42-inch C5. Now, why are we talking about the 42-inch? Who wants that? Well, it's because the 42-inch LG C4 is arguably already one of, if not the best OLED monitors that you can buy already. So the C5, if it brings some significant enhancements, could definitely be, once again, the best choice this time in 2025, of course. And yes, there are some really large improvements. Now, I did talk directly with some pretty high up people at the company at LG about the enhancements we can expect. And when it comes to the C5, well, at the 42 and 48 inch size, which I did get to see the 48, you can expect, I think the most impressive improvement is going to be coming from the color. Now look, the LG C4 is a great TV/monitor, but fellas, there was a lot of wailing and gnashing of teeth over the color performance in game mode. Now, the reason for that is because, for whatever reason, LG for many years has been nerfing the color performance in the game mode for basically all their TVs, but they did actually fix it last year on the G4, and it looks like, yes, it has been fixed this time for the C series as well, including, I did confirm, the 42 and the 48 inch size. This means you can expect a significant enhancement in the color performance for those monitors, if that's how you choose to use them, making them far more usable and far more impactful for HDR PC gaming. Additionally, you can also expect to see another enhancement when it comes to the brightness. Now look, the brightness of the LG C4 at 42 inches is already wiping its cheeks with the 32-inch QD OLED, or even the 32-inch W OLED from LG as well. For some ungodly reason, they've both decided to absolutely nerf the HDR brightness into the floor for their 32-inch models. Now, I don't know if it's because of size and a risk of burn-in being higher because of heat, or maybe they're just worried about you using it as a PC monitor more than a TV, but regardless, the HDR on those monitors sucks. So this is where the 42-inch ones come in, because they're actually a lot better. In fact, if you take a look at this chart here, you will see that actually the LG C4 is already almost twice as bright as the 32-inch QD OLED options on the peak brightness, which is pretty crazy and does allow for a far more impactful HDR image. Still not as much as I'd like, but a huge improvement. And if LG can improve this by even 10%, well, you are going to see that actually reach a point where, yes, the 42-inch could be more than twice as bright as the 32-inch options, making it a lot more satisfying to those of you looking for a good HDR image. Now, you should also see some improvements to the menu as well, as I'm sure they'll throw in some little tchotchkes here and there for you to enjoy on the software side. But ultimately, we're going to be talking about the same or similar panel to last year, but allowing it to fully stretch its its legs and deliver a far better HDR experience. Now, the only disappointment is that the 48-inch G5 will not be coming to the US, although do be aware that actually is not going to be using the new RGB tandem OLED design that's coming with the 55 to 83-inch G series. And yes, also the C series, of course, will not be getting that new panel as well. They're going to be reusing slightly older panels, so you will miss out on the far better color that the G series should have, as well as the far higher brightness. But again, you're still getting some big improvements here. And also, I'm a little bit disappointed that it looks like the C series is going to be stuck to 144 hertz and not jumping up to 165 hertz that you get on the G5 in those 55 to 83-inch sizes, which, funnily enough, if you can manage to fit one in your room, will make the 55-inch LG G5 very likely the best monitor you can get in 2025. Allegedly. But that I know most people can't fit that. That's why the 42-inch exists, and I'm here to tell you the 48-inch looked great, and the 48 and the 42 always look the same. I saw it, it's incredible, and there's some really, really big improvements coming, so do be on the lookout. I will be reviewing the 42-inch LG C5 very soon, and this might just be the monitor that you're looking for in 2025.